So boom, we got Aisha Curry back in the news. She just did an interview, right? And I've seen this in my timeline twice. It says, I never wanted kids. That's what she said. I had career goals. Steph just doesn't get it. Aisha Curry, right? In my mind, it's like, yo, how do you have career goals or even mention that you had career goals when your man has made over $500 million just off NBA contracts? It's not talking shoe contracts. It's not talking endorsements. It's not talking any other money outside of NBA contract money. He's made over $500 million, and you talking about career goals. I couldn't believe it because it's so like it's absolutely ridiculous at this point. So I had to go and see the video. To my surprise, she sat down with the thought from call her daddy. You know, yeah. So we're gonna watch that.
Four kids. Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No. So I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals. And I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life. So it's like, it's one of those things like you don't know what you actually don't know what you want.
There's more video to watch, but I had to stop here because when I listened to it, to me, that doesn't sound that bad. It doesn't sound as bad as a quote without the context, without the full context of what he said or what she said. So you got to watch for that. I do want to say a few things. She is extremely lucky because she was on a path to be another one of these 30 plus 40 boss babe career chicks who just nobody ever told them. They never got the memo. They never got the message. And they go and they focus on their career. They get all this money and they price themselves out because with that money, they become more masculine. They get ego and stuff like that. They price themselves out of getting the guys that they want. They take themselves out of the game as far as getting a high value man in multiple ways. Like you get old. That's one thing. So you become a wall hitter. On top of that, you haven't been cultivating the things. And even just the mindset, not just the skills, but the mindset as far as homemaking and being a wife and like you don't even have that mentality. And you just end up being lonely and, making a lot of the videos that I react to and people in the space react to. So that's the first thing. He saved her. She is extremely lucky. He saved her, bro. He saved her from herself. He saved her from her 20s, just wilding out, just doing all that horse shit she wanted to do. Saved her from hitting her 30s, like the trajectory a lot of these chicks is on. He saved her from that. But the thing is, this is the issue. Women most of them don't appreciate shit. They don't appreciate. They may appreciate something in the moment, but they forget so fast. They don't hold on to that appreciation. That's how come her brain is able to form jealousy of Steph getting female attention and then look at herself and say, well, I'm not getting male attention. And then go and express that on national TV when you wouldn't even have a way to be on national TV if it wasn't for this man who, again, made over $500 million in his career. And that's another thing about saving her. She has signaled multiple times, because I can't remember the other time, but that was one of the times. She wants to do bald-headed hoe shit. Like some of the stuff to where she was doing all that wife posturing early in Steph's career, like when she first started to pop off. But then after that, what you call it, the red table talk with Jada Pinkett Smith, she began to change and she began to want to show more skin. She began to want to, try and come off more sexy, try and have more sex appeal, etc., etc. And this is the thing nobody is going to say. I can't be too mad at her. And the reason I can't be too mad at her is because FOMO, like the way that all this social media stuff is set up, like a lot of chicks who were cuffed, and especially cuffed at a young age, they're going to feel like they were stripped of their rite of passage of hoeing. They don't have any idea how damaging that could be. They don't have any idea. But the thing I will say is, if your man, how many times he's making hundreds of millions, if your man is making hundreds of millions, you should be able to snap out of whatever bullshit you have going on. No matter what's going on with the kids and no matter what's going on, you should be able to snap out of that bullshit and get in your savannah and just be quiet. Be quiet. Don't go and air the shit. Just be quiet. Still dress the way you're supposed to dress. Still present yourself the way you should. Like you're with. You are a part of the brand. Forget with the brand. You are a part of the brand. You embarrass him when you go and you do fuck shit or say fuck shit. And that brings me back to the thing that I initially said. He saved her. Him saving her is not necessarily a good thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. But the thing about it is what I mentioned. She doesn't appreciate it because, having said this, she doesn't recognize it. I don't think she truly recognizes how lucky she is in the position she's in. And the thing about if he were to go through his career, right, and get another woman who is da-da-da-da-da, there's like a 90% possibility. If he went through his career and got another chick after he started popping off, 90% chance the chick is going to be a predator. 90% chance the chick is going to be a whore predator who has been waiting for this moment, right? And she's going to want to go through the motions. And I'm thinking of Paul George's wife and stuff like that. And I don't think they broke up yet, but he's with a bop. They going to hold it down. They understand thoroughly the position that they in, and they going to make everything smooth before that first baby. They going to make sure that everything is A1 smooth before that first baby. Even after the first baby, might still make sure everything is A1 smooth until it's time to chop your head off and take half. So when you look at it like that, would he have a woman that appreciates him more? Yes, but the likelihood of her being a predator is insanely higher. So we could sit here and talk about Ayesha Curry all we want. The end result could end up being the same. It's possible that they could divorce. I don't see it happening. I don't see the writings on the wall, but it's possible. But regardless, the one thing that we know, I think we all can agree, Ayesha Curry is not a predator. She just doesn't recognize the position she's in. She's not grateful enough, and she embarrasses Steph on a semi-regular basis because I don't think it's every year, but it's too much for a motherfucker that makes over 500. How many times do I gotta say that fucking shit?
It's so hard also to be the woman in a situation where you're like, men just don't get as much scrutiny. Like they can maybe tell him like, your fucking shots suck tonight, but like the looks and all of that is just like not a factor of conversation as much.
No.
What the fuck is this bitch talking about? I'm gonna run that back because what the fuck is she talking about?
It's so hard also to be the woman in a situation where you're like, men just don't get as much scrutiny. Like they can maybe tell him like, your fucking shots suck tonight, but like the looks and all of that is just like not a factor of conversation as much.
No.
Did you talk to Steph about it? Like, or did you kind of keep it within yourself so it didn't?
I do not have a bone in my body that can keep anything to myself.
Oh, we know. We believe you.
So if it comes to mind, it's coming out. And he's so gracious. Like he tries to resonate with me, but he just can't. And he also comes from a place of like, it's effing stupid. Like, it's not true. So why are you? And I'm like, but wait, like, listen to how it makes me feel. And he's like, but why does it make you feel like that? It's not real.
Think about how focused Steph has to be as great as he is. Think about how much sweat, how much work, how much body busting, how much conditioning that nobody listening to this has really done in a life that this man does to be one of the best players on the world, just in the world. Just think about all the science and just really figuring out his shot and all the practicing before practice. Oh, just think about all the work that goes into being Steph Curry, all while being media trained, all while when they throw a mic in front of your face, all while you still got to do commercials. Like, just think about everything it takes to be the greatness Steph Curry is. Just take a moment, just pause and think about that. Think about what it takes to be a nigga like Steph Curry and amass that level of success. Just think about it. He had to get a shot. He had to be. Monte Ellis was starting over this nigga. Monte Ellis and that fucking, like, that Warriors was like, they thought they was hot shit. They thought they was hot shit. Nobody seen Steph coming, dog. This nigga popped off like 7 years into his career. Think about how much work that nigga had to put in. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, just pause this shit if you didn't already. You're back. Now, could you imagine yourself putting in that amount of work? Could you imagine yourself, like, could you imagine taking that journey? Could you imagine how much stress that weighs down on it? Like, like, bruh, it's crazy when you think about it. I say all that to say, life is just insane. The world is just insane. The dynamics between men and women is just insane. It doesn't make sense, dog. It doesn't make sense. Because a nigga that works that hard and does that much still has to deal with a chick who don't got her own shit under control. He still got to deal with the stupid, insecure bullshit. Come home and coddle the woman. Come home and deal with her issues that she can't deal with. She don't gotta put up 400 shots a day and then bruh, it just blows my mind. She does not have to do a fifth of what he does. And she is bringing problems that are not problems to this nigga. Y'all got all the money in the world. Go get the best psychology team for $100,000 a month if that's what you have to do, and be done with that shit before 2 years is up. You do the math on whatever, like fucking, what, a couple mil somewhere in that ballpark, a little over a couple, like, y'all, like, get your shit together so that this nigga don't have to deal with the bullshit. It's like, bruh, this nigga is busting his ass and he still gotta come home and deal with your insecurity. I understand everybody's human, but it's like, bruh, just when you see shit like this, you understand as a man, like, it's, bruh, you're fucking cooked. It doesn't matter. You're gonna have, when you look at I know I'm cutting myself off. These niggas look at the MGTOW niggas, oh man, yeah, these niggas are stupid. Da, 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 da. Oh, can you fucking blame them? Like, can you really fucking blame motherfuckers for saying, you know what? I am done. I'm checking out. Cause it's like, bruh, you do all this shit to become the prime nigga. He even married this girl. You heard of LeBron cheating scandals and they not even coming to the light for real, for real. You ain't heard of no Steph Curry rumors about nothing. You've never heard a Steph Curry rumor about him and another bitch, him cheating. You've never heard nothing like that. And this is who we got. Man, what the fuck is we talking about, man? I don't know if I can say it enough. I don't know if I don't even know if I did the best job of illustrating my thoughts on this. But I'm just going to try and end with a sentence. I'm going to try and put it together. The man is putting in 1,000% effort, back-breaking effort every day. And he still has to come home to an insecure, nagging woman who can't even get her own shit together and should be keeping that. I don't know. And this is the thing. This is just my perspective. He might not mind dealing with that shit. That's me being honest. Even though I just blew a gasket, he might not mind dealing with that shit.
After we got married, we found out we were pregnant with our daughters so quickly. I didn't even have time to think about what I wanted anymore. It's so interesting. I spent my entire life like trying to work towards something, and then it kind of just disappeared, and I didn't think twice about it. But after my daughter turned 1, I remember there being a shift and being like, I have goals for myself. Like, this doesn't feel right. I love being a mom, but I love doing other things too. And I need to get my shit together and figure out what that looks like for myself now.
If I have a career and I'm
Yeah.
not home, like did you experience that?
I still experience
Okay.
that. I still experience that. I'm always in therapy talking about this. If you lose all of those things that were interesting about you, even for yourself, like even the things that made me feel confident and cool, then what are you doing?
And again, that's why the saving is not the best thing, because he really didn't save her if you really want to look at it, because she still has ambition. She still has ambition. He wants to have a housewife. He didn't want to have a business partner. If he wanted to have a business partner, then it would make more sense. But he just wanted to have a wife. I understand she's human, but yeah, at the end of the day, what she has is deeper than just, oh, I want to feel sexy and I want dudes to look at me. Da, 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 da. We've even gotten to, I didn't want kids. Now I have kids. And she said, I don't know what I want. Da, 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 da. She said that. But we also get to, the kids are basically making me lose my identity. Me raising kids and being this housewife, I am losing my identity. I still have ambitions. Got to figure out how I can get back to, air quote, me. Me. The one thing I will say, because I'm not touching on her no more necessarily like in the way that I have been as far as what I think and if it was me and da-da-da-da-da. Because it's Steph's situation. Steph got to deal with that. And Steph might he might be fine with it. But all I'm going to say is shout out to Savannah, because even she had the tiniest podcast run. And she didn't embarrass LeBron anywhere near what this chick is doing. And even then, you got Dennis Rodman, not Dennis Rodman, what's that? Scottie Pippen ex-wife, Larsa Pippen, running around. She fucked the whole triangle offense. That's a whole different story, because that's just how bad it can get. But I've said enough, man. Let me know your thoughts. I am gone.